Ready? Hello there. We will be getting started shortly. Hopefully. Anyway. Got a pretty exciting matchup between Doom Q. They've all been around the league for a while, and Waifu Rollers, who are new to the beer league this season. Should have draft coming up shortly. Hopefully. We've had some pretty exciting matchups so far in the Fear League, with PDX taking down. Who did they take down? Los Gatos. Paradox taking down Los Gatos to win the first game of Beer League Fearless. I think we're just waiting on the ADC for Doom Q. And there he is. I'm gonna. Alrighty. Let's get the draft up and ready to go. Something happened. Not sure what. That's what it is. Slammer Jack, hello. Thank you for joining us. It was a wonderful evening.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Alrighty. Waifu Rollers are ready on the draft. Just waiting on Doom Q. Slammer, thank you for casting the 2 previous series, especially getting that done before a patch day. It's pretty important to do, and let's get into pick bans. I have to swap the sides for these team names. Alrighty, so Waifu Rollers banning out the Annie, Varus, going to assume Annie's the ban, thrown toward Really Bad Zed, and then Soraka gonna get banned out, as well as Lee Sin. Lee Sin just got some E cooldown, it's been decreased, so a little buff for him. Soraka's just annoying. Shen, he's just an annoying champion. Works really well in this thing that we like to call Beer League. So, with the first pick in the draft, we are going to get a Senna. She got a slight nerf today, but I don't think it should be a big issue. You know, the waifu picking up Lucian's wife right away makes a lot of sense to me, thematically. So good on them. Just scale and win late game. Pretty easy game. And And I guess the announcement isn't going off in the beer league. Jink's gonna get picked up by that one guy. You can't resist him. Reese. Alright, we've got a 2.5 point jungler playing up in the Fear League. His name is Sawdude. He's going to be playing Kane. Kane is one of his main champions, so we're going to see how this goes, using him up in game number 1. But I think getting him on comfort just so we can be ready and effective is pretty important. Pantheon going to get picked out. Could be support, could be jungle, could be top. I didn't really check to see if that loose cannon plays at mid lane, but could potentially go there as well. I should really probably start scouting some of these teams before the draft, just so I can have some idea of where that pick's going to be going. But as the season goes on, it's going to be a lot easier for everybody. Ornn's going to get picked up for Scott Pilgrims in the top lane. So they're hoping that this game scales. They got Pantheon for the early game. So kind of like their draft so far. But we don't know that much about DQ right now. Oh, Camille's going to be picked up for Mpex in the top lane. Ornn, you've got a pillar, but Camille can use that to leap to you. So, see who can play it better. Who's the better pole dancer, Camille or Ornn? Bans should be going the way towards support Lelouch or to a loose cannon mid lane. Victor gonna get banned away from the loose cannon. Nice control mage, goes pretty well with that team comp. Brahm's gonna get knocked out for Zesty Queso. Lots of auto attackers that can help proc his passive. Get those roots. And also he can block the Ornn Horn. So good ban away right there. And then Zesty Queso's favorite support, I won't say the rest of his usual line, is going to get banned away. So Lelouch probably likes to play some kind of enchanters, especially if we're banning out Soraka and Milio. And then Ahri's going to get banned away from Really Bad Zed. So, I mean, I'd assume we'd get Thresh here. I was going to say pick for Zesty Queso. So this actually works really well from our the keys to victory that's going to be coming up later. So, glad that Zesty selected him. Ooh, Azir. Gonna get picked up. I think he has a little bit decreased attack speed, but shouldn't do too much. And the support for Senna, which I don't know, it could be interesting because if Lelouch plays a lot of enchanters, just go nice little range comp down there and only one meatball in the Ornn. Alright, lots of slows and stuns. And what does Really Bad Zed have here to counter the Azir? To make this comp come together. Oriana. Okay, you can throw that on Kane, on Camille, on Thresh. One of those three should be able to get in there into a fight, into the back line, and hopefully wreck the day. So, I don't know, chat. I'm not good at the game. Which team comp do we like more? WR or DoomQ? I think Rat Poisoning's a fan of Waifu. It's just really difficult to choose which team I think is going to win, because I don't think either team is really up to the cap. 23 points out of the possible 25.5 for DoomQ, and only 21 points being used. So bot lane could be a little bit interesting. Makes sense for them to play Sun and Seraphine and just hope to scale. You can't think that they're both good. One of them has to be better than the other. Just logistically, scientifically. That's just how math works. Okay. Edge is going to Waifu Rollers. Samurai Jack is a big fan of Pantheon in the jungle against this Sawdude fella. Sawdude is only 2.5 points. So he's either extreme value or a liability. And we're going to find out in game 1. He's on one of his main champions, so very kind of WR to let him go through. Alrighty, teams are just locking in their champs right now. Checking their skins, making sure they have matching skins. That's something that Danny Phantom is a huge fan of, even though she's not in this matchup. It's one thing that she always makes sure her team is aligned on the proper skins. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the keys to victory, presented by Budweiser. So, DoomQ, it is the return of the resist. Can this bot lane duo of You Can't Resist and Zesty round up and get rid of the new talent that has invaded the league? And lo and behold, look for Zesty to play Thresh, really round up those players and get them out of here. And lo and behold, he did draft Thresh on red 4. Mpex is inevitable. All right, this guy swaps roles just for fun, it seems like. So he went from jungle to ADC. He did pretty darn well there. He might have gotten carried by his supports. That's what I've heard from his supports. But luckily, he's got Sawdude, who he's been with for, I think, the past 2 or 3 seasons. So hopefully, Sawdude can help him out in the top lane island if it's needed. And do research, DoomQ. Zesty Queso, I don't know how long he's been in this league. I think he's played in most of them, and he doesn't realize that the league doesn't supply OP.GGs from the other teams. So be better. That's all that I ask of you. It doesn't really, it's not that much that I'm asking for. And for the side of the Waifu Rollers, Mayflower arriving in June. Can Scott Pilgrim and his crew come over to Beer League and pillage everything in their path? I have no clue. I've never seen this team before. They're going to need a hero. So the matchup that Waifu needs to win. It's the mid lane. It's the most even matchup out there. They have a 3-point lead in jungle. So hopefully that Hero Stratus can push the lane and get some pressure onto Sawdude. And I have no clue what the heck is actually going to happen in mid. Loose Cannon versus Really Bad Zed is honestly a toss-up of which player proves their name is more important. Can carry with that name. So we will see. We've got 42 seconds to get in. I'm going to take a drink of water because I haven't slept much. So I need to rest my voice and hydrate.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Good manners is patience.
You should be hearing the caster. I was muted that whole time, so that's on me. I had some really great insight there, and none of it was heard, other than electrocute for Senna. Not really sure what's up with that. I mean, Eric, is the stream ruined now because you can hear me? So you wouldn't be wrong to suggest that. Okay, I can mute myself. And as soon as I mute myself, jungle objective gets started, and there's also gank in the top side. Ornn hitting 6 a little bit before this Camille. Camille is just 1 creep away, and Pantheon is in the top side, so free dragon. Kane's gonna look around. Hopefully he can gank bot, even if it's just a look-see. I didn't know Eric's a polar bear and a grizzly bear. That's pretty cool. Alright, so Mpex is newish to the top lane. He hasn't been there for a while, but did not think this matchup was going to be going the way of the Ornn to start, but I forgot that Ornn's, I don't know, a tank assassin mage ADC thing. I haven't had any issues with the replay yet, so it did load on the first try. Oh my god. Alright, I don't know if I can comment on that. Just because of, you know, Twitch stuff and me not wanting to get in trouble with that commissioner. He kind of runs the tight ship. SDK, so gonna have the Pantheon jumping onto him with the ult. Zesty does not have flash. kill is going to be going over to... to the Senna for the first blood. Aluch going to take some extra damage, but not enough is going to happen. While all of this is happening, Kane's going to be hoping to get these grubs on the spawn. Pantheon's going to be picking up his red buff, so not the worst trade. Some parts of feats, but not too much is dropping off. And grubs do go over the way of DQs. They've got 2 jungle objectives right now. And the Ornn is going to be... he should be falling right here. Kane should have some damage, does have flash. Going to get the kill, but also going to go down as well. He does force out the flash from Scott Pilgrims. I don't think Pantheon's going to be able to catch MPEX, so we are A-okay there. So 2 kills for the side of Waifu. And even though they are up in kills, the bot lane CS difference is just massive. Double the CS for Reese. And I mean, this was kind of expected. Reese is worth a few more points. Seraphine not going to be coming through. Not really sure if that's worth it, but it is going to force out the cleanse. So, could be a big summoner spell, especially in this CC heavy bot lane. And if Pantheon can make his way back down with an ultimate as well. And Jinx, I first want to pick up an item at 10 minutes, getting the Unitall complete. It's pretty nice to see if you're a DQ fan. And if you're on the side of WR, you might be a little bit afraid. So we do have a dragon coming up in just a few moments. 30 seconds, so both bot lanes gonna get their resets in. DQ already had theirs in, so they can push this wave. And then hopefully get started on this wave, but it's looking like they're gonna want to push this second wave as well. So they're just slowly grabbing this one. Crash the next one, and then just go straight onto the dragon. Ornn going through up top. MPEX almost dies. But I think the second charge of it just went a little bit wide. Camille does have teleport, so shouldn't miss out on too much up there. But plates will fall. And we are going to have a 4-person team fight down here in the bot lane. Seraphine does not have ultimate. But this side, ooh, good shuffle coming in from that loose cannon. Saw dude is going to be focusing on that dragon because he enjoys dragging himself. Flash E coming through from the Camille. Oh my goodness, that is blood and everything else. That's feats going over to the side of DQ. My gosh, that is how you use your TP on a recall after you're getting destroyed by that Ornn. So feats going to the way of the red side. That was kind of scary. That's why you put MPEX in the top lane, even if he isn't having the best time against Ornn. Like if he's going to use his teleport advantageously to go the team fight, to go the objective, to get feats. That's great. I did not see a shockwave. There was too much stuff going on, so that definitely didn't happen. And definitely not still on cooldown right now either. Well, you see, that's the thing, is Slamurai likes for a cast to last a year. I like bed. I like to sleep. But there's also a replay tool that you can use and watch it after the stream to see that play. There are multiple games, but whenever you take 50 minutes for 2 replays on the first game, then the second game takes a little bit longer to get started. So there's that. Thresh going for a nice little hook. Chopper's going to come down. Seraphine all going through. QSS or the cleanse right away. Super Mega Death Rocket, not even close. It's unfortunate that Reese wasn't on the grassy knoll. JFK might still be alive. And the bot lane, so much fighting going through. It's just like the top lane, but Ornn's not really doing too much. Flash, Breath of Fire onto Mpex. Mpex is going to drop. Sawdude's coming in to help potentially save the day, or maybe get himself in some trouble. Pantheon going to come through, but really nothing much coming of it. I missed the games last night, but Scott Pilgrim's way to get the flash kill in top lane, solo bolo. Which is up in 20 CS in the top side. 27. Getting all of the plates, making Mpex feel a little bit useless, although he does have 5 assists. He's been a part of every kill that his team has. So that's something that you don't see from a top laner, especially this early into the game. Can I see? I don't think we can. I can't see how close this guy is to transform, can I? No. I could probably message Sawdude to see if he transform, like what time he does transform. Rift Herald's gonna be the fight. I don't know if DQ is gonna be going for it. Their bot lane is resetting. They do have the Hex Gates, so they can go for the fight. Are you talking about the Kayn? He knows what he's doing. He's a Kayn main. Pantheon smiting a little bit early. There's the Kayn main coming through, getting the secure on the Rift Herald. So Eric29, I know you might doubt the reasoning for his abilities and upgrades, but it clearly worked. I don't know, I feel like Sawdude's gonna go purple Kayn. That's just a very Sawdude type of plan. He's not really the shadow assassin, at least not in the beer league that we've seen. So I don't know. I wish he had like an aura around him that would tell us. But he's honestly just cycling these neutral objectives as soon as they come up. He's jungling like a 3-point jungler right now. I mean, I've seen some junglers that are polar bears and all different kinds of bears, and they won't have 5 jungle objectives at 16 minutes. Like, that's absurd. To have the grubs, to have the Jaggins, have the Herald. Just on spawn. So this DQ team looking pretty good. The only one that's struggling in CS is their top laner, and like he's just looking to scale. He's a chill guy. So let's see what waifu rollers can do to get back in this game. They need to get some picks onto somebody. Whenever Reese uses his cleanse, you just have to go after him Ready for that. You know, we need jungle to apply some pressure elsewhere, not just to the bot lane. Maybe try and get Azir going. Not too much going on just yet. Just want to see what he's up to. I mean, the only lead that Waifu has is in the top lane. It's on Scott Pilgrims. It's on their captain. So, I mean, Ornn late game, he will be a beast. But if you have to fight 2 or 3 other beasts by yourself, it is a little difficult. I am wondering if Speed Demon Cage meant to go Electrocute or not, or if he selected the wrong runes. I didn't know that was the play. It could be. Not really sure. We do have some pings going mid lane. So, looks like we should be having a team fight right here. Super Mega Death Rocket gonna go in, take out the Seraphine pretty quickly. Pantheon gonna ult from behind. Not really sure what he's doing. Ornn's gonna follow through with another ultimate. Shockwave. Rima shuffle. Nobody's going down just yet. Sawdude. Or Jinx. Barely alive. Sawdude's gonna go inside the hero. Ornn's gonna get in the way of that as well, but the side of DQ chooses life. They don't want to go down this easy. Pantheon, hero stratus. Hero steps up. Gets kill number 4 for his team. Gets some revenge for that Rift Herald steal. I think Orion was just up, like too far forward, and just got. I think she got shuffled. I'm not really sure, but she still has her ult, so I don't know. Still has flash, so I don't really know. Outacon. It's up now. Dragon's up in minute 25. I'd be surprised if DQ went for it right now, but. You never know, they do have the lead. But I think Mpex just wants some more CS, get some pushing potential. And Hero, you might have been the hero in that last fight for getting 1 kill. But Reese is up to 5 right now. He's got 2-1, a half items complete. So far ahead of everyone else in the game. He's got almost 10k gold on him at 21 minutes. Not really fair. They're starting up the Dragon. Kane finally went red form. All it took was a death, so that's kind of neat that that's how that works. I didn't know it worked that way. I know it doesn't work that way. It's a joke. Good Bellows Breath from Ornn to negate that CC coming in from Camille. And Dragon's up in 22 seconds, wouldn't be surprised. Mpex takes this, maybe recalls. And then we get a 5-man for the Dragon. So, Soul Point. WR really doesn't want to give this up, especially to a very large Jinx with 3 items, but we'll see how it goes. They're actually going to start up the Dragon first. Is SDK still going to be moving forward? Really bad Zed putting the Orianna ball right in the way. No one can really walk through it right now. Sawdude tanking up some damage. Gonna get a knock up onto the Kane. Orion is still pretty far away. Ornall coming through. He's gonna get 1. Sawdude falling down. Mpex falling down. Reese needs some resets here. He does have a Super Mega Death Rocket. No, there's Shurima Shuffle, the Pantheon ult. Everyone is going down. Waifu just DQ'd Doom Q. Gets a clean sweep, only loses Scott Pilgrim. Gets the Dragon. That's a lot of bounty gold back into their pockets. Went from 5k gold deficit to just 2k in a matter of 30 seconds. That loose cannon. You know, I never know what he's going to do. But that was pretty massive shuffle. Glad he has his dancing shoes on. And this Senna is afraid of somebody. She's run back as far as she can go. And Ornn is level 14, so he can start handing out ornaments as well. I don't know who he's going to try to level up or item up. But we might be getting a pinch onto Mpex. Mpex, he is the one that seemingly is dying the most. He's getting a lot of damage onto him. But Hero's going to deny that fight. Doesn't want it that badly. Not going to push the effort. Baron is up in a minute 13. So we're going to get some push down in the bot lane. Loose cannon. You got to be careful. All of DQ is right there for you. Do you have some backup? Camille is struggling a bit on the top side. I don't know if she can fight the Ornn in the 1v1. Currently, in this matchup. Sawdude just poking his head forward. Doesn't realize that he's on vision, but he's got enough abilities to escape. Although his flash is just coming up right about now. So, I don't know. It'd be nice if Mpex went bot side, since he does have teleport. Just get that pushing. I'm not sure. Slamurai. I haven't had that happen. Shuffle gonna come in for the loose cannon. Really bad Zed. Got stuck behind the wall. Jinx is gonna miss her rocket. Pantheon's gonna ult in. Gonna get the TP from Camille. Ornn's gonna be walking down. He's gonna take the slow way there. Reese gets the shutdown. He is pretty darn excited. Nothing else gonna come from this though. You could potentially force the Baron now, with Pantheon being dead. Mpex just trying to get some poke down. Reese getting some damage down on that turret. All coming through from Scott Pilgrim's. Gonna go wide. Like a Jubilee. And just some resets coming through. Sawdude pushing in that mid wave. Hopefully DQ is going to be looking to get this red buff here as well. And Dragon up in a minute 40. Jinx is finally going the top side. Not sure who's going to be playing bot side. I would assume Orianna, since she still has teleport. But just not being able to get that first turret down the top lane. Let's see if Mpex can do that here. Probably not. But it'd be nice. Pantheon got the first ornament. Black Cleaver. RIP Obsidian Cleaver. I don't know why we can't give Ornn items cool names anymore. And some pressure is going to be applied to really bad Zed, but he's realizing no one's on the map, so why would I push forward? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Dragon spawn in just under a minute. I do like the vision that DQ's getting out there. Azir is getting closer to that death cap. I don't think I've seen many Azirs get Rylai's. But I don't know. Zesty Queso with a hook into the traps. Kane gonna get slowed up. Zesty Queso with a flash into there just to hit an E. Seraphine all coming through as well as the Ornn ultimate. Kane's gonna be taking out the Pantheon. Mpex, you're going to take down Speed Demon Cage. Not sure how the Senna got all the way up there. Ornn's going to be forced to flash away. Dragon Soul is on the map. Baron is on the map. This should be relatively easily Waifu just has to push out these waves. Don't give DQ anything to push with after that Baron, after the following Baron. Hex Soul going down DQ. This game had a chance, but now it's just looking like a blizzard. Not going well for WR. I don't think they can seal this. You can always try. Doesn't hurt to try. You might lose the game if you try, but this Baron's just going down way too quickly. Jinx almost at 4 items. Might have it after this turret. It's a free top lane turret. Azir's pushing out the mid. Good job on him. Azir should have death cap. Might have to sell his potions, but there we go. So I mean, this Azir is getting large. I really hope Ornn upgrades him over the bot lane. He should probably have been upgraded over the Pantheon, but maybe he's just waiting for that death cap. But Ornn is on the opposite side of the Azir. I guess he needs one more level up anyway. Almost level 16. I don't know. Scott Pilgrims and that loose cannon, they've played really well this game. It's just unfortunate that the Jinx Thresh bot lane has a massive lead. More than a Flame Horizon. Double the CS is pretty ridiculous. But, you know, whenever you're in a league where there's really almost no cap to ability, and we've got a 6.5 pointer, I think, against the 2.5 pointer, it's just difficult. And we might be getting the final fight of the game. Seraphine ult can be coming through. Not sure if it's going to be enough. Ornn ult into the shuffle. Looks pretty nice, but unfortunately, it's just how it looks. Not much is going to be happening. Sawdu going to try and take down that loose cannon. He won't be able to. The shields and shields going to come through. He will get her eventually. Great lantern coming in from ZSDK. So Mpex, he's feeling a little bit left out. Hasn't done anything in a long time kill-wise. And game number 1 should be ending before 31 minutes. GG to DQ in game 1. And let's see what Waifu can do, what kind of adjustments they can make heading into game number 2. Alright, I'll wait. Just gonna play some music and drink some water, and then I'll remember to unmute myself after, I hope. shortly. Here we go. Just waiting on the final aspects of this to launch. I do have to swap their team suds. Alright, so Jinx, Kayn, Camille, Thresh, Orianna, all unplayable for this series, for the remainder of this series. As are Senna, Pantheon, Ornn, Azir, and Seraphine. So, we will see how this goes. Dude, we all know, doesn't have the biggest champion pool. Doesn't have a champion ocean. But he does have a team that can play around him and hopefully enable him so he can play some more champions that he's comfortable on. We should be getting started shortly. So, Strakaban gonna be coming through again against Lelouch. Not sure what Lelouch did in their games, but clearly ban-worthy to get rid of that Soraka. Varus gonna be the same ban coming through again, as is Lee Sin. So these two teams really aren't changing up much. And I don't know why teams really would. I mean, with Fearless, you don't really have to ban out champions that did really well against you. So we will see Zesty Queso getting another hook champ banned away from him in the Blitzcrank. Did play in the warm-up game that I saw. Don't know if it went extremely well for him, but it went. And the Gwen ban in the top lane for Impex. I do like that. Zesty Queso gonna lock in Milio. I was gonna call him the nickname that Zesty has for him, but I'd rather not. That's one that only Zesty gets to say. Misfortune gonna be locked in for Speed Demon Cage pretty quickly. Pretty good wave clear. Champion come the middle game. So let's see what's going to be paired with it. Probably something with some more poke. Just based off my hunches. I know nothing about Lelouch, unfortunately, but here's some Nami. So Milio gives you some heals. Nami gives you some heals. Gonna be a pretty healthy bot lane, especially if Nami or if Misfortune goes Bloodthirster. First item. What's Reese gonna pick up here to counter that bot lane? Or I wouldn't be surprised if Reese isn't sure, so they just lock in a Mumu, but Milio, Lucian gonna get locked in. Pretty standard. Bot lane, Reese is gonna be looking to play aggressive. And Sejuani. I haven't seen Zadude play that much Sejuani, and that's probably why they're not going to pick it. That's probably going to be why they picked the Lilia. So look for really bad Zed and Mpex to possibly play solo, or to play AD, if they trust Sawdude to be the full AP carry. And Jarvan going to be picked up after that, so I mean, if you're Lilia, if you're Millia, you can't really get out of the Jarvan Cataclysm. but Lucian can kind of dash right out of it. But I mean, I do like the lockup with the Jarvanaut into Misfortune bullet time. Seems pretty nice. And then Nami can throw some water on people as well. Yon gonna get banned away from Really Bad Zed. And the Victor ban gonna be coming through again. I guess that loose cannon does enjoy control mages. Azir game 1. Getting the Victor ban here again. And Shen gonna be coming through as a ban against Mpex. Let's see, are there going to be bans going up towards Scott Pilgrims? No, we're going to get the Hui ban against that loose cannon. He is fear. He is what DQ is afraid of. They're not afraid of the Pilgrims coming over. They're not afraid of a Pilgrim invade. But that loose cannon. I just wish my draft overlay lined up a little bit better. Mundo gonna be locked in for Scott Pilgrim. Scott seems to be enjoying his big tanky boys. And I mean, he did really well. Oh no, we're gonna get a Vayne in the top lane for Mpex. Oh boy. Well, all I know is if Vayne does not hide in the bush at level 1, Mundo should start E and push. That's what I saw on TikTok the other day. But hopefully we're gonna get some push. Well, yesterday's Slamurai didn't have enough sleep. So, what are your thoughts on that? I don't know. And then who does Really Bad Zed lock in for the mid lane? Ooh, we get an Irelia. So it still could be flip-flopped, but I don't see Really Bad Zed playing Vayne in the mid lane. I don't think he's asking ZSDK to pick him that. I don't think he has the caps inside of him, but you never know. And that loose cannon, I never know what he's going to do. So he's going to pick up a lot of balls and play Syndra. Alrighty. 1-0 is the series score. I do not know who's going to win game number 2. I do think DQ, just based off how they played in that game number 1, have to give them the slight advantage. But I mean, waifu, this is your time. Step up right now. Let Beer League fearless. Know that you're not to be messed with. Won't go down easily. Make it a 3-game series. That'd be pretty nice. I don't know. I do think Mundo could be a little bit annoying, but Mpex does play a whole lot of Vayne, so he knows how to auto attack. Which I was told is something that Vayne likes to do. But we'll see if Jarvan's going to make any trips up there. Cataclysm does work pretty well for that Vayne. Can't really dash out unless she has her flash up and available. Alrighty. So, teams are up. We do have a 3-minute spectator delay, so I'm going to put on some fantastic music. You can go get some snacks. We've got at least a 30-minute game here, is what I'm going to expect. So, let's see what these two teams can bring to the Rift for this final, potentially final matchup. Or can Waifu Rollers bring it back? Alrighty. I think I'm here. I think I'm unmuted. I see my bar jumping up and down. So we should be good. Samurai Jack. I get what you're saying. But I think that WR thinks that their eggs are in the loose cannon basket. So unfortunately I think that they're trying to hope
Summoner's Rift.
that if we give a counter pick to the loose cannon, he'll be able to carry us.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I do like Hero using his flag to gain some vision. Well, I didn't say it was a good idea. I was just saying maybe that's their idea.
Minions have spawned.
Vayne. Alright. Ghost Flash, that's to be expected. Especially in this matchup when Mundo does have some slows. ADC again, go and electrocute. But I think this case makes a lot more sense than on the Senna. I do like First Strike on them, some Misfortune. Can proc it pretty easily. First Strike on Syndra as well. So hopefully in the mid lane matchup, Syndra's not missing her balls onto the Irelia dashes, but looks like that's going to be happening right now. Really bad Zed getting some really good damage down on that Syndra start. Already proc and conquer. Hello, Lightning 4004. Really bad Zed hitting level 2 a little bit earlier. Does get the E Q combo stand, but he's unfortunately going to have to flash out from that turret shot and be down a little bit. Electro going to be procced onto Misfortune as well, so lots of damage all the way around across the board except for top lane. Well, Lightning, we've got another season starting up in September, so in the Discord, make sure that you check that out. Really Bad Zed already having to use teleport, so not in the best of positions. Wait, Lightning, are you Marv? That would explain some things. Potentially, maybe. Okay. So he also had some bad internet issues. And moved into a new place. Saw dude, you're gonna chuck out a little ball. Check to see where Hero's standing. And will both junglers fight over the crab, or is Hero just going to go right for the Raptors? I don't know, this bot lane seems to be going a little bit better for the side of WR. So I'm happy to see that. Gank coming in already on a top lane. Top lane is not an island. It's a death sentence. And unfortunately, Scott Pilgrim has been sentenced to death. Saw dude gonna get first blood in the game. Lucian getting trying to get some poke down, but Misfortune running away pretty intelligently. Not too much has gone on this game. We do have a kill already. I'm surprised Sawdude hasn't taken Dragon yet. Last game he got it as soon as Dragon spawned, I feel like. One thing that's really wild is Mpex buying a control ward on his first recall. Like, I guess you want to make sure that the Jarvan can't find you, so you're going to place a deeper control ward, but if you're just placing it in the river brush, that's, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's really worth it. Jarvan isn't sure if they're on Dragon or not, so he's going to go and check out mid lane. Oh, Jarvan. Gonna look for the nice, easy gank mid lane. Syndra with a good stun. Unfortunately, everything else is gonna miss. Knockup is gonna be coming through, but the slow from Sawdude is gonna be enough to deter anything else coming through. Really Bad Zed is landing these E's like a boss. Gonna land the ult, the auto, and that's 2 kills over to DQ. Really Bad Zed looking like a pretty good Aurelia. Dragon to be going down as well. Jarvan gonna look for a gank mid, but mainly just back off, take up some extra CS. Scott Pilgrim's missing that auto. Gonna take some Vayne true damage right there. You gotta love her. Is she gonna get another proc off? She will not. Mundo's gonna stand there and laugh in her face. I do like how Nami is roaming a little bit this game. When sports just walk bot lane. I hate it. It's so boring. Try to make a play on the map. We are going to get some plays on the grubs. Jarvan's going to go in at the start. Another combo landing for really bad Zed. First grub's going down. He did smite it. So that's cool. I'm not really sure why he smited so early. Maybe he just wanted that one, and then Sawdude has also smite, but just going to get out of there. Not too bad. Where did... I guess he put the controller in that bush, but 2 out of the 3 grubs going to be going over to DQ, but since they didn't get all 3, that's not a part of feats. So there we go. Really bad Zed looking to go in. Jarvan, if he was a little bit slower, that'd be great. Irelia just going to use the Q to get right out, and then the alt Q to get right back in. Gonna proc Conqueror one more time. Gonna hit all these minions. Really bad Zed doing really dirty things to Hero Stratus right there. Get the flash from Loose Cannon as well. Sawdude trying to get some kind of damage to put that Lily to sleep, or put the Syndra to sleep, but it's not gonna happen. So instead, hoping to leech some of that turret gold, but don't think the plate's going to drop just yet. Zesty Queso recalling, making sure his ADC gets all that plate gold. That's what we like to see, people. Mundo gonna be forced to use his ult. Vayne had to pop the ghost to get away. Sorry, Moon didn't use his ult, he just used W. Electrocute myself. I don't know, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't had any kills come through this bot lane yet. But they don't have the hard CC like they had last time with Thresh. Syndra gonna get locked up again. And just gonna get absolutely demolished under her own turret. This game might be what the kids call Jover. Aurelia sitting at 3-0 at 11 minutes. Syndra 0-2. Reese with the ult gonna make Nami forced to flash and use the heal as well. Reese gonna be trying to push forward. Sorry about that camera movement. Speed Demon Cage, you are stuck under that turret, waiting to use the ult onto the wave. Okay. You got some of it, unfortunately not all of it, but sometimes bad things happen to good people. That's life. Back up in the top lane. Mundo, he's only died once, and that was to a gank. CS discrepancy isn't that bad. And Hero Stratus is going to try and go down. I like that he went on the Milio. Unfortunately, Milio had flash. He's also going to use the heal to get a little speed away, too. He's going to kick the Jarvan. Jarvan. E. Q. Nami with the kill. Zesty Queso gets taken down. Reese doesn't have any mana, so not sure if he's going to be doing anything here. Really bad Zed is in the area, though, just in case. And Dragon is spawning now. You got Vayne moving down. Cover that mid lane wave. Let me get some bonus CS while I'm at it. I could see really bad Zed going for this again. He does have his ultimate. It's gonna hit, unfortunately, and it's pretty big Aurelia. That's all I'm gonna say. Pretty big Aurelia. Lucian's gonna look to fight. He does have the calling. He is gonna pop it. Misfortune's gonna have to flash away, unfortunately. Still has barrier. I don't know. Probably could have popped that potentially and still live, but better safe than sorry. Dragon is going to be going down as well. So, about 3k gold lead for the side of DQ. Mpex going for the fight, going for the solo bolo, but unfortunately Jarvan has other plans. And he's going to trap the Mundo inside the cage. Going to get 1 kill. Might be able to get 2. Not sure what his cooldowns are like. But EQ did not come through. Now it did. And down goes Mpex. But he still gets 1 kill in the 2v1 in the top lane. Nami's moving up there as well. So Bluescan might be in some trouble. But has some range at least that they can use. Reese is playing super aggressive because he knows jungle's on the top side. Top laner's dead, support's not anywhere close. Ooh, I don't like Misfortune going Collector first. I feel like she's getting baited by the recommended items in the shop. But gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, if you have first strike, why not double down with Collector and get some bonus gold onto you? Looks like DQ wants to set up for this Rift Herald. Send both their bot lane members mid. Syndra is on the recall. Really bad Zed getting some decent poke down, but not sure if he's going to be able to get a kill here. Jarvan is in the area, but really bad Zed does want to flex here. So he's just going to go to the bot lane, pick up that wave, maybe pick on Loose Cannon some more as well. And Rift Herald and Feats officially going over to the side of DQ for the second game in a row. So, Sawdude's going to use his ult to put Jarvan to sleep. Jarvan's going to put her in the baby cage first, though. And Reese is getting pretty aggressive. Ult going to come through from Speed Demon Cage. Jarvan's going to pick up the last hit onto that Lilia. So, good build time coming in from Misfortune. Nami's kind of just throwing abilities out. What else can you do? Jarvan's going to flash EQ. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough for a knock. And Millie's just going to walk right out of there. No sums have to be used. Mundo's trying to go for the 1v1 against the Vayne. He does have Warmogs. Does he have the bonus health? Yes, he does. So he will be able to just heal that up eventually. Syndra's a little bit afraid, not really sure where people are on the map. And like 400 gold, that's not really what you want to base for, but I understand wanting to be safe, not wanting to give over a few hundred gold for your death as well. Yeah, so Lightning, I mean, I think they use it based off like majority of what people have built in the previous patch, and unfortunately, the majority of people that play the game aren't in like the top tier of players, so sometimes the builds are more fun than effective. And MPEC's going to be looking to 1v1 this Mundo again. Mundo's going to be looking to run. He does have Ghost. Does have Q. He's not going to be having to pop anything, but maybe he should have. Or did he just bait MPEX? My gosh, this man is a genius. Didn't use Ghost, didn't use Alt, didn't use anything. He just stared at him and said, I dare you to fight me. MPEX saw a lot of red right there. I didn't know Mundo had a bait on him like, or a taunt on him like Teemo did. I'm like, I don't know why more people don't do that whenever they play as Mundo. Alright, Sawdude gonna be trying for a Dragon Steel as his bot lane is just wiping out mid. Sawdude realized that's not the best idea. Really bad Zed though. He's got a really good idea. He's gonna flank all these guys. Or not. Okay, go and farm bot lane. It was a joke. Milia, what are you doing up there? I don't know what he's doing up there, but doing him. Oh, Mundo coming in. Jarvan coming in with the EQ, gonna lock up the Lucian, but Lucian's actually just gonna dash right out, as is Jarvan himself. Misfortune's gonna come in with a bullet time, get a kill with the Collector. Really bad Zed, looking to get a triple kill, maybe a quadra here. Shut down, going over to the Mundo. He's gonna be able to push later on in this game. Nami and Misfortune, as well as Syndra, running for their lives. But Mundo's sitting at 2-3-2. Heartsteel coming in next. Still needs a decent amount of gold, I think. I don't know how much the item costs. I don't play tanks. They're boring. We do, unfortunately, have 2 Blade of the Ruin Kings completed, though. Mundo might not have too much fun here. But WR showing some life again, just like they did last time. Whenever you think things are getting a little dull and not going their way, they find some fights, claw their way back, inch themselves back a little bit closer. I don't know if someone's going to int over this Atacon though, or if they're going to be patient and play for Dragon. Who in the world knows? Waifu has no clue about this Atacon. They don't know if it's getting started or not. So they're going to send everyone down there. But while this is happening, Misfortune, kind of by herself, could be taken advantage of. MPEX tries to wrap around, but instead he's just going to go for the Mundo. Really bad Zed. Let's see if you can get a really cool outplay or not. You've got a lot of healing, but it's not going to be enough. The flash coming through from Syndra. Going to get the kill with her ultimate as well. So Syndra is now worth gold again. In one aspect of looking at that. And surprisingly, hero status, gonna try and go for this. Try and be the hero that WR needs to go to game 3. But it seems like DQ's kind of sniffing this one out. Misfortune doesn't have bullet time available. No ults available for the side of WR except for that Mundo ult. And Mundo's on the backside all by himself. Trying to just get some Heartsteel procs. I think that's the only reason why he went in. Sawdude getting one to fall asleep, but it's not going to be enough. Sawdude's going to be taken down by the Mundo. MPEX is coming in trying to take down Mundo. Instead, he's going to find a Jarvan. Jarvan's going to fall, but Speed Demon going to take down Reese. Mundo's coming back with his Warmogs, knocked up. A great bubble by Lelouch. Double kill going over Misfortune, but MPEX going to take her down as well. I don't think they can do anything else right here. Really bad Zed going to play for an E. Lelouch, you can't be in the shop the whole time. You got to look at your screen, unfortunately, but that's a free kill. Going over. Really bad Zed. And like, I don't know. He's definitely leading the game this time, so it's nice to see that even though Really Bad Zed and Loose Cannon had a pretty even matchup in game number 1, that Really Bad Zed does have these picks where he might be more comfortable putting the game into his own hands, especially since he doesn't have my Backusaur to play to his mid lane as much as he did in seasons past. Dragon coming up in 30 seconds, so looking to see SKSO put down some vision for his team and for the Luch to try and get rid of some of that vision. Misfortune's going to take a full calling to the back. Flash into the Raptor Pit, so she won't have flash for this Dragon. Syndra is going to get, unfortunately, picked off right here. Mundo and Aurelia are both going to TP in. Syndra's not going to be put to sleep, but instead she's going to chuck a bunch of balls at Mpex. Mpex is going to get dunked on. Mundo taking down one. J4 taking down another. Really Bad Zed barely alive, but he's going to get some damage. Adacon taken. Reese pretty low, but Millo heals up anybody like a mother who loves her child. Reese is going to try and kill this dragon. Clearly, WR is focused more on this Adacon, but Speed Demon Cage, he's got some kind of idea on this. Speed Demon gonna force Reese off. Reese gives a nice little leash over to the side of WR. That's gonna be Dragon. That might be Adacon as well. I don't think he's gonna be able to steal it. We do have teleports coming in from Syndra though. She thinks there's gonna be a fight after this one, but it might just be a wasted TP as DQ just backing off from this wave. DQ pretty close to the gold lead. Cut it down to 1.5k. They do have the kill lead. Things are going their way. Mundo sending a nice 5,000 HP. Ooh, Mpex gonna flash forward to get some damage on the loose cannon. I think the E missed, and unfortunately Syndra just doesn't have the balls to take down Mpex. It was nice of Can't Resist to leash both of those objectives. Don't know if it's BM or if he's being kind of polite about it. I don't know. DQ gonna look for another fight, but it's right on to the Lucian. Nami's gonna get the takedown onto Lucian. Really Bad Zed, not in a great spot, but he's got some fancy feet. HR is playing really smart. They're saying, hey, we got to kill. We don't have to force stuff. We can pick up gold elsewhere on the map and get our scaling. So I really like that play. I feel like a lot of teams would maybe push, try and get some kills just because. But there's no need to force here. If you force a fart, sometimes it's not always a fart. Just remember that. Not really sure what Jarvan's doing right now. He stopped his back to walk around and just recall 7 seconds later. And Mpex on vision. You're gonna start up this Baron. Unfortunately, Jarvan wasn't base storing all of this. They are absolutely shredding this with the Irelia, with the Vayne, with some Lilia Burnage. They do have the vision. Jarvan can get in as long as he doesn't go too early. He is going to get knocked back by the Milio blue team. Good smite secure by Sawdude, unfortunately. Scott Pilgrims, he's on a killing spree. He's a big boy. He is going to be pushing. Flash coming through from both Zesty and Sawdude. So even though HR lost the Baron, they got rid of 2 ADCs. Could have been a lot more. Great kick by Milio to interrupt, to just knock the Jarvan back. So, really good save there. Danny, I gotta look out for the people. You know, I'm trying to give life advice, league advice. It's all very imperative. We did not get a wide Simi Namasa, and that's because I weigh 135 pounds, so sorry. It's impossible. Alright. Dragon coming up. It's not going to put anyone onto Soul, but it will be Soul point for both teams, whoever gets to claim it. Irelia does have some pushing power in the top side. Flash barrier going to be used by that Misfortune. TP coming in from Irelia, but it's going to be a little bit too late. But, I mean, to take down the Lucian, I think if you're the side of HR, you're all for that, especially if this melee is going to fall to the big boy Mundo. Irelia is going to be using the ult. Jarvan's going to flag and drag away, but unfortunately that just takes him closer to his own teammates. Really bad Zed. Not sure if this is a really good idea, but this Mundo is just getting shredded by the Vayne, by the Irelia. Going to have to pop the ultimate, and this should be a free dragon. So, good fight. Reese gave up his life again, but it's getting his team to soul point. This is a really close game. It's 2 kills, 1,500 gold. It's, what's that, 200 gold? More than, just over like 300 gold per each roll, which isn't that much at this stage of the game. Alright, Misfortune stopping the base of that Vayne. Which, I mean, tempo is a thing. I don't know if everyone believes in it, but if you can recall with your team and just be on the map at the same time as your team. Hero status, going to go down on this Milio. I did not mean to say it like that. Misfortune's going to use her bullet time there as well. Mpeg's going to condemn the Misfortune into a wall. Good knockback coming in from the Syndra. Going to use the ult as well. Reese is going to fall for the 6th time in this game. Mundo against Irelia. Both are pretty large lads. Not sure who's going to be the largest of the lads. Mundo unfortunately misses his Q onto the Irelia. Irelia hits the ult. Going to get the stun up as well, but that Mundo heal is large. And Mundo's got some friends unfortunately, and Irelia, all of your friends are dead. So are you. Mpeg's just pushing on the bot side. He doesn't have the fastest of wave clears, but clearing a wave is never a bad thing. Especially when there are no objectives on the map. Not even close to the fight on the top side. He's knocking down this turret pretty quickly though. My goodness. Two attacks a second. That's nice. Alright, we got Baron spawning, minute 20. HR or WR. Why do I think it's human resources? WR. Hanging on that. Hopefully they can get some vision set up over there. It looks like Nami's heading that way now. See, I'm just wondering why he's getting, if he's going Spirit Visage or not. Like, I understand you generate more heals, but there's not much magic damage outside the Lillian. I don't think Lily is doing that much right now. Syndra missing up the stun. Good kick by Zesty Queso to avoid the knockup. But Jarvan's just going to ult right on to Reese. Reese is going to dash away. TP's coming in from the Irelia. Vayne's starting to walk up as well. So we are going to have some ARAM right now. Saw dude hits his bowling ball onto 2. Alright, summoner check. Everyone's got summoners to escape anything that they need to, except for Nami. Nami is a sitting fish, sitting duck. No ult for Jarvan, so little ballsy going in right there. That Luzcan, not sure what he did to Reese right there, but he just took Reese down and kind of took him out of the game. Mundo's going to be healing a whole lot right now as well. Really bad Zed on the backside. That Luzcan going to take down Zesty Queso as well. Speed Demon Cage and the Luch both gonna fall at the hands of really bad Zed. Jarvan, his ult came back up the Cataclysm. He's got people trapped, but unfortunately Mundo can't get through walls. He's not a ghost. And Syndra might be falling here as well, unfortunately. Ace going over to DQ. Soul's up in 35, but they say we can go Baron. We've got a Vayne, we've got an Irelia, we've got a Lilia. Good redemption coming in from Emilio. Or is that from Nami? That was from Nami, never mind. Dragon up in 10 seconds. Jarvan's just going to be alive as soon as that spawns. Saw dude. You don't need the crab that badly. Could have just recalled. Could have finished your Zonias. But it's okay, because you got a Reese with 7 deaths. Misfortune looking at the dragon, but doesn't want to force anything. Wisely just looks and backs off. I think she was trying to pull that whole Mundo thing that got Vayne to walk under tower for free. Blade seems to be doing physical. Then on hit. Colin coming through. Almost takes down Speed Demon Cage. You're just going to be forced to flash out as well to avoid the Nami bubble. Hero stat is going to be condemned and kicked, and nothing good is happening. MPEX gun 1. Misfortune is going to open up the bolo time. Good knockback coming in from that loose cannon. Almost takes down Zesty Queso, and he does. New Year's Eve with that ball drop right there. Alright, we got waves pushing both sides. Syndra does have pretty good wave clear though, so it's not too bad. We got wave crashing in the bot side as well. Misfortune is there. She can help out the Mundo. I don't think Mundo's really too worried at all. We got push on just one side. Let the minions do their job. I didn't even realize that she went rapid fire cannon. I don't know. Yeah, no, having no heal cut, a little rough. Mid turret gonna be going down right there, courtesy of Baroned up minion. MPEX, you can't be standing there. I know you think you're large, but not your best idea. All right. Hero Stratus, looking to make the hero play. Doesn't have Cataclysm. Not going to be able to knock up really bad Zed. Zesty Queso is going to chuck the whole calling into the Dr. Mundo. Lots of CC going on to this really bad Zed, but really bad Zed has a lot of healing. And he's not afraid. Loose Cannon, unfortunately, is going to be a little bit late. Double kill. Going over to Reese. Scott going to get one. Syndra going to get the other. Zesty Queso just has to run. Lily is not going to be able to get there in time. Even if she could, it's not going to do anything. Double kill. Going over to Mundo. Let's see if he can start pushing. We only have 2 turrets down for the side of Waifu Rollers. They do. Oh, boy. Edge of Night. Okay. Okay. We've got some builds going. There's no way that these 4 items are all in recommended, like, in the top row whenever you're building that build path. Right? I would like to see a blue trinket come out, especially because they don't have that much pressure. I do like Jarvan moving up with the Mundo here, but good ward by Mpex. He's not going to get spotted out, or he's not going to get caught out. But, too bad WR might be. Lots of pushes into there. Irelia does have teleport. Baron is up in a minute and a half. I do know that they tell you go Ghostblade first. It's between like that and Bloodthirster on her. And I'm assuming Collector as well. But like, this is wild. I realize split pushing by yourself, Misfortune, you're not going to be able to stop her, you're just going to die. Sawdude going to use his Zonias in time. Mpex just unloading onto Hero Stratus though, so Hero's going to go down courtesy of Reese and Mpex. Mpex going to be flashing in, going to get knocked up by Nami. Didn't know she can impregnate people, but there she goes. Good flash coming out from Muscan to avoid the slow. It's going to be able to get a shutdown as well, but Mpex going to be right there. One inhib down. Really bad Zed does have ult, so if he can land anything, try and get that spell shield off of Misfortune. He'll be good, but proven to be a little bit more difficult than he would like. Misfortune, good bullet time to clear the wave. Makes sense, but not going to be enough. Going to be a 2 over DQ. GG's. That was a fun series. I mean, DQ did win both games, but Waifu was able to put up some pretty good fights. So like, I enjoyed it. I think WR, like Beer League official said in the chat, like they're gonna hopefully see this grow from it a little bit. Maybe look at ADC builds. Maybe, you know, some more items. Maybe get some heal cut in there. But like, they did really well for being down in both games. So, I like it. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. We had a lot of viewers in the stream tonight, so that was really nice. Our next game. Do we have a game like every night of the week? No, we don't have Thursday. Oh wait, no, we do have a Thursday night game. 7 Central, 8 Eastern. We've got We Scale, don't worry, against Imperial Picnic Squad. So make sure you show up tomorrow night. Someone will probably be streaming it. If it's not myself, if it's not Slamurai, it should be one of you. It's not that difficult. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have an awesome evening. Good night.